I'll quickly take you through the undo and redo operations in Affinity Photo, and also show you the undo history branch feature, which we call alternate futures. I've been working on my image here for quite a while, and if I move across to the history panel down here, you'll see my workflow involves quite a few operations. I'll drag this panel out and make it taller so we can see it better. At any time, I can undo an operation I have just performed by going to Edit, Undo. You'll see the position on the history panel moves back one step. I can also use a keyboard shortcut for this. That's Command Z on Mac, Control Z on Windows. To redo a history step, I can go to Edit, Redo. Or I can use a shortcut to speed the process up, which is Shift Command Z on Mac, Shift Control Z on Windows. By the way, on the history panel, you can click on the panel options here and enable Advanced, which makes each history step taller and provides a thumbnail preview. I'll toggle it back to just a list view for now. All this complex undo history is only accessible during the current session by default. What I can do, however, is go to File and enable Save History with Document. Affinity Photo will present a small warning that anyone who opens the file can subsequently see all of the operations used to create it. I can click Yes, and now when I save my document using Command S on Mac, Control S on Windows, that entire undo history will be saved, along with the layer work. I can close my document down, then go to File, Open Recent to reopen it. My entire undo history has been saved, so I can easily revisit earlier editing decisions. If I were to go back to before I started adding adjustment layers, I might decide to take this image in a different direction. I'll add a curves adjustment with Command M on Mac, Control M on Windows, and I'll quickly create a curve that brightens up the highlight detail. Next, I'll add a white balance adjustment and warm the entire image up, giving it a slight magenta tint as well. Now, notice on the history panel that the paintbrush tool step has a small branching path icon. This is the point at which I created an alternate future or branch for my undo history. If I click this, I can quickly cycle between my original future, where I added several adjustment layers and some sharpening, and then back again to my new edit with the curves and white balance adjustments. Now, if I took this a step further, I might roll the history back all the way to before I started using brushwork to enhance areas of the image. Instead, I might add a black and white adjustment, increase the red contribution, and decrease the cyan and blue contribution. This has now created another alternate future path on the history panel. I can click the cycle future icon, and now I'm back to my white balance edit. I can cycle back to the original edit, but if I scroll up, that alternate future with the black and white adjustment is still accessible. So I can toggle to it from either of my other two edits, since the branching is based on a particular history step that is present in both of my other branches. It's possible to build up some complex branching paths on the undo history with alternate futures. It's a useful feature to take advantage of, especially if you employ destructive editing techniques, such as dodging, burning, and using other brush tools on the original image data, or you apply destructive filters from the filter menu. And that was a quick look at the undo and redo operations and the savable undo history. Thank you for watching.